our next guest, who last week started a 400-mile walk to raise money for 4 different charities.
Yes, starting in Newcastle, Justin Barnes is aiming to raise £20,000 by walking to Plymouth by his 20th of April deadline.
And he's a veteran as well, we should point out. Justin joins us now. Good to see you this morning, Justin. Why are you doing this?
It was just an idea of a way of earning a little bit of money for charity, and then it turned into 4 charities that we were trying to raise the money for, which is Mind UK, Andy Mann's Club, Winston's Wish and Breast Cancer Now. So everybody gets a little share of the pot, and yeah, it was just an idea of how to give something back.
Absolutely incredible story. So where did you start and where are you heading to?
I started at the Angel of the North in Newcastle, and at the moment I'm in between Gloucester and Bristol. So today I hit the top end of Bristol on the Bristol Path. Every day I've been walking 20 miles, and today is day 14.
Wow, oh, congratulations. You've got a long way then. You're down by Bristol already. That's amazing. And how are the conditions been? Because it's been very rainy this week.
Yeah, I've had a lot of wet feet and miserable moments at going through, I think it was Wolverhampton. It started raining in Wolverhampton, and the last 3 days I've just been absolutely drenched. And obviously I walk along the A roads, down the A roads, and you have to walk into traffic, and every truck that's been going past me has been splashing me, and I've just been laughing to myself, thinking that's the only shower I'm getting today. So yeah, it's been emotional.
Yeah, talking about being emotional, I mean, you've been through a lot, haven't you? I mean, you joined up at 16, and then you rejoined a little bit later on, and I mean, you've, as many serving and recent veterans have, you've experienced some really nasty stuff.
Yeah, so my time in I spent I did 2 tours of Afghanistan in 2010 and 2012. I was infantry, so front line, and I served with the Mercian Regiment. And unfortunately, on the first tour, we lost 12 men. And my father was going through chemotherapy with cancer at the time. He was he had terminal bowel cancer, and they give him an estimated time within 12 months to live. So when I packed my bags to go to Afghanistan, it was possibly the last time I'd seen my father. And it was quite emotional out in Afghanistan. Obviously, my mind wasn't on the present, it was on what was happening back home. And I struggled a lot to adjust to being out fighting what we were doing with the Taliban and keeping my mind on the game out there, and as well as trying to worry about how it was going back home with my father. So yeah, it was a really tough time. I got sent back home early because my father really did go downhill, and we got a phone call saying we need to get him home. So yeah, I managed to get home just in time. And then I got put on a duty which is called the repatriation party. So going to Brize Norton, and picking up the guys that have paid the ultimate sacrifice, and then obviously following through with the burials. And about 3 weeks after the last funeral, my father sadly passed. And because I've been trained to undertake these ceremonies, and we got trained to deal with them. I sadly can't remember anything of my father's funeral. I also carried my father, and it was kind of it's taken a lot from that special, which should be a special moment. And yeah, I have really struggled. I struggled with my mental health after that. And then got discharged from the army in 2017 with severe PTSD. So yeah, it hasn't been an easy time, and that's why I've chosen the charities that I've chosen, which is Winston's Wish. They deal with child bereavement, and I just feel like a lot of soldiers that did pass in Afghanistan had young children at home, So that's why I chose the charity specifically, because to try and help these guys back home, and give them a little bit of guidance again, because Winston's Wisp do a fantastic job.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It would look. I think it's amazing what you're doing and raising the profile as well of people who struggle in the armed forces or after the armed forces, and should be willing to, hopefully can talk about it. We're out of time, Justin. Have you got how can people donate to your walk and your fundraising?
So I am on social media. My Instagram is boxer9755. I also go live through the day during the walk on TikTok, which is also boxer9755, and there is a GoFundMe. The GoFundMe is Justin Barnes walks 400 miles to Plymouth.
Lovely. I'm sure people will dig that out. It's really good to see you, Justin. Best of luck with the rest of the walk.
Excellent, thank you.
Thank you.